Broadcasting worldwide through internet, satellite, AM and FM stations across the nation. Sponsored by SurvivalistSeeds.com, PatriotFood.com, and StriderRides.com. It gets a little rough from here on. This is Don't Tread on Me with Big John Lipscomb and Professor Jeffrey Grupp.
Okay, folks, I'm feeling a little calmer today. If you missed it, you might want to check out yesterday's show where I absolutely blew my top and went after all of you out there, all you clones sitting on the sofa doing nothing. You can listen to this rebroadcast anytime. All the archives are running streaming live. Well, not live, but they're streaming over there at don'ttreadonme.tv. That's don'ttreadonme.tv, and go ahead and click on the RSS feed, and you can get the top 10 news stories of every day picked out by me, yours truly, every morning, man. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to sift through a couple hundred stories to get you the 10 that I think are going to affect your life today, tomorrow, and in the near future the most. And sometimes, folks, these are very obscure stories, and that's where you find the real nuggets. Well, you just don't find it on the front page very often. But, hey, welcome to the show, and I hope you guys were listening to the Paul Drockton show just before this show. Get in a habit of doing that because Paul is, he's the smartest patriot in our movement, and his test scores prove it, folks. I've always said I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but now I can also add to that, but I know who is, and it's Paul Drockton, and that's the Paul Drockton show, just preceding this show, Don't Tread on Me, the one that you hate the most. Anyway, let me welcome my co-host to the show. It is Professor Jeffrey Grupp. See how, folks, I have all this stardom and all this intelligence around me to distract you with how crazy and nutty and stupid I am, I guess. Jeff, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm crazy and stupid and nutty, too. That's the only way life is fun. I mean, I'm an amateur and a hack and crazy and nutty. And if I was anything but, life would be so boring that I couldn't handle it.
There you
I'm
go.
doing great. How about you?
Yeah, I'm great. Weather's great. We almost hit 70 degrees out here in Kansas. What about you in Indiana?
Oh, it's incredible here. Absolute paradise. And, you know, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if you don't want to go here, cut me off. But, man, you and I were talking about the WebBot earlier today. And that's just a mysterious thing. As you know, I hold the theory that it's been sort of hijacked or something because it was so perfect in its, well, not perfect, it was just so stunning in its forecasting power for years and years, really a decade almost. And then all of a sudden, some may disagree, but I'm just going to say what I feel is the truth. I mean, it obviously just fell apart about a year ago. And that doesn't make any sense because why would something be so successful? And, I mean, I felt like I knew the future for years following that thing. And then it all of a sudden just fell apart. And, you know, the best theory is that somebody, you know, one of our pals in the secret government is tampering with Cliff High or something. But one thing I want to just say to you real quick, just so interesting, I think the listeners will find interesting, is he said one time, Cliff High, this guy, the WebBot guy, halfpasthuman.com, amazing fellow, and he said that in the future, this is like 3-4 years ago, he said we're not going to have spring and fall very much for really at all for huge portions of the country. It'll go instantly from winter to summer and then summer to winter, just like in a day or something. And man, I'm telling you, I took note of that. And every single season change, there wasn't a season change except one. And this year is the most stunning one of all. I mean, I'm telling you, I almost called you Cliff. I'm telling you, John, it went from winter to summer in one day about 2-3 weeks ago, and it's just it's so amazing. spooky that he could have such powerful technology that he does with this wonderful WebBot project.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I agree with it, because I was just telling everybody yesterday that, I left the show Friday night, and we had hit 60 degrees Friday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 hours after I got home, around midnight, it was snowing. And by Saturday afternoon, we had 12 inches of snow here. It was nutty. And then all of a sudden, Sunday, it was 45. Yesterday, it hit 60. Today, 70. And of course, there's not a shred of snow anywhere. So yeah, it just, that is interesting. I did not know he had that prediction. You've talked to him a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, on email I have. Yeah, he's a little bit irritated with me right now because he and Deagle were in a spat, and I let Deagle on my show, and Deagle said to him, I always thought Cliff was a little bit wrong for that. He attacked Deagle without really proper evidence, in my opinion. But hey, he says he's got what he's got, whatever. That's my free speech right to say that, and I always look for the evidence. He's a little irritated with me now, but yeah, we have talked through, I can't remember when I started talking, but he's a great guy. Just incredibly brilliant, fun, and quite funny, I might add as well.
Both of them. Deagle is a terrific guy. What a mind there.
Yeah.
But Cliff High too. And I got to tell you, a few months back was asked by one of the listeners what I thought of the WebBot, and I said, you know what? As far as I could see, it's not legit, and that's all, I could comment. But I did not realize, because I'd only kind of looked into it for the past year or so.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I was seeing this misprogram, or the program debacle. I wonder if they'll get it fixed or what's going on. Hey, let me just interject one thing there, and that was, the little spat problem between those two good. They're good people. They're smart people, and they're patriots, and they're telling the truth as they see it. That's what we have to overcome, Jeff. Is we can't do this infighting. There's a million reasons for me or Alex Jones or something to go at each other, but we have to be above that because we got to see the whole picture. We're going down the same road. We don't have to walk hand in hand. We just got to go in the same direction, and that direction is freedom and truth. It's just that simple. Get over our little issues. Look beyond that, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. As I've told you in private, John, I made a vow to myself when, I wrote that book, Corporatism, and then all of a sudden things started taking off because Deagle kept having me on his show, and then it just, I didn't plan to, I'll say, here I am, co-hosting this show with you. Never planned for that, but I made a vow about 18 months ago to myself, never, ever to get involved in any infighting. Just expect some people may wrong me, and it's okay. Just move forward in a positive light. And I have had people, what little of a person I am in this movement, I have had some people attack me, big name people, behind the scenes, and I'm just completely ignoring it, and I'm not, because if you get caught up in those little fights and stuff, that means you don't understand in a lot of ways what danger that we're in and stuff. I'm not saying that Cliff High or something doesn't, but because I think he really does. But in general, you're missing a big picture of how we just need to all work together. We're not going to see each other eye to eye on everything. Nobody ever does. But we have to understand that if we see each other eye to eye on the big issues like freedom and guns and spirituality and family, that's all that matters. I don't go down to the gun range and attack everybody because they don't understand that 9/11's an inside job. I don't say, oh, you're all a bunch of frauds and fakes. No, those are a bunch of Constitution-loving, patriotic people that unfortunately listen to Glenn Beck, so I don't attack them. I just work with them, and try to shed my knowledge and so forth.
There you go.